In this video, I wanted to show a little feature that people might find interesting. If you go into this little Microsoft Access application that I created, that I provide, you can download it. And you go into this setup under lookup lists, and you go here under financial reporting schemes. You see that I have a bunch of financial reporting schemes included in here. And it goes from small to large. So what I want to do is use this little feature and go through each of these and just show you that these small little examples that I created are basically just small versions of the larger IFRS and US GAAP taxonomy. So here's what I mean. So here I'm going to select the accounting equation, very basic prototype. I load that. I get a message that says there's 7 associations. I click OK, and I expand all, and there I get the information in that taxonomy. So there's only 3 elements: assets, liabilities, and equity. Here I load the next one. There's 12 associations. I expand all those, and what I have is I have the balance sheet and the statement of net assets. So here I have assets, liabilities, equity. So basically these are 2 different structures loaded into this little application. And I continue on. SFAC 6, I load that. There's 26. Expand all those. And you see I have more structures. I do it again. I expand. I have 34. And I'm starting to get hypercubes, because I'm starting to use hypercubes in that example. 4 structures. Then here there's an alternative hypercube format, exactly the same as the last one. Only thing I changed is that these hypercubes, it uses a different approach for creating hypercubes. Common elements of a financial report, I'm up to 63 associations. I'm not going to expand that. This mini financial reporting scheme, I have 187. This version of the mini, I added disclosures and text blocks. I get up to 486. This proof, the count goes down, but the quantity of different things I'm basically doing every possible pattern that you run across. 119. This XASB prototype, I'm up to 987 associations. That's not for profit. For US GAAP, goes down a little bit, 580 or 98. This IPSAS prototype, 273. It's going down, but it's a real reporting thing. Now this one is the real and the full IFRS taxonomy for 2019. So here I load that, and I get 7,383 or 7,378. I've got dyslexia. I press that, and it takes a while to load because it has so many different things. It has all about 8,000 different associations. So this will take a second. The IFRS taxonomy is smaller than the US GAAP taxonomy. The US GAAP taxonomy is the largest. I think it has like 14,000 concepts, so I'm not sure if it's done yet. No, it's not done. It's still loading stuff. It'll be done here shortly. But it basically, the taxonomy loads, there it is, into this application. It takes time because it's so large, but it does load. Then here you can go in and look at all the stuff. And then here, I didn't want to load the entire US GAAP taxonomy because it's so large. So I only loaded the balance sheet. Click that. And I get 611. And it loads pretty quickly. And then you can go in and explore the pieces of a balance sheet. Assets, liabilities, and equity. Assets, current, non-current, total. Amazing. Similar to the SFAC 6. Or actually the common financial statements. And then now here you start seeing things that are a little bit confusing. So I'm going to stop. Now what I'm trying to show is that these things are all the same. The small examples are just smaller versions of larger taxonomies that basically do exactly the same thing. My smaller examples tend to be more consistently represented because I took the time to figure out how to do it, and then I represented things consistently. The IFRS and US GAAP taxonomies, they're not quite as well thought out. But I'm going to stop there and call that good.